Welcome to Star Wars Build Your Own R2D2 episode number 73. 73. It just keeps going on and on. Right, okay, let's have a look what we've got. This is the episode with the metal tubes. Put that there. There. Right, this is the episode. I don't know if it's in shot, but either way. Let's have a look. This is the one. There's some weight here as well. We've got screws. Look, we've got multitudes of screws, hundreds of thousands of screws. But mainly we've got big heavy metal tubes. So cool. Look, listen to that. Desk breaking metal tubes and other things that I don't know what they are. Right, let's crack on. Come on, crack on. Body frame supports. That's what we wanted to know. Oh, we got a lot of stuff here. We've got 18 pictures. 18. And we're going to need fixing screws. Oh my goodness me. We're going to need hundreds of fixing screws. By the way, do you like the new beard? That's the new look. It's called homeless out of work look. Right, let's have a look. Okay, spacer rods, everything. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend a few minutes just sorting the screws. So please, you know, don't go away, but there's no need to hang around forever. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Right. What I've got to say is I like this idea. They've given us lots of screws in this episode. And what if Agostini ever look at these types of videos? And I think they should. I think they should check them all because see how people are doing with it and what they're saying about their products. And I think what they should do is actually send the screws for that episode. And then people wouldn't get lost. It would be much easier to say, right, okay, this episode you need all these screws, or this episode you need no screws. And to me, that would make it much better. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is this. Take the assembly from stage 71, the 4 spacer rods, and 4 2.58mm screws. Woo! They must be the babies, those big mothers. Right, now it shows that we put them somewhere. But I'm not, oh I see, there's a bigger picture there. Bigger picture, good job. Right, so first of all I'm holding it the wrong way, so I need it that way. Yes. And then they go sort of like that. Woo! Woo! So there and there. So really we use these screws, the big ones, those, and a screwdriver. And have you heard the sound of a screw falling out of the screw box onto the floor? There's a job for later. Right, and now we sticky that through that hole there. Oh yeah, and it's a bigger hole for the bigger screw. And we drive the screw into here. I don't know if you're following me at home. Ooh, that's a little bit... Should they be absolutely... I would have thought. I wonder if I could... they have to go a certain way. Do we need to finger tight? Right, so it doesn't want to be too tight. So that's maybe okay. Just got to redo this now. Okay. Sorry, I just looked the other way then because I don't know if you could pick that up on the camera. But the cat is at the window, the patio window, and it's actually just scraping its paws down the glass. I think it's trying to get my attention, of which it has. Okay, so we're getting this in. Again, not over tightening at all. Yes, and the next ones go in. Oh, there, right, they go in there. I've lost them. Thought I'd lost them already. Right, and that tells it's just past the hour. I love this new studio of mine. Okay, that one's in. And now the final one. There it is. I think it's my eyes. I can't see. Get that into there. Push. Things not going well. I'm going to address why that one's waving around so much shortly. Because I don't know whether they should be a little bit tighter than that, but we shall see. Okay, and there we go. They're the 4 in. That one, they're not too bad. In fact, no, they are tight and they aren't. So I'll address those, I believe, off camera. I wonder if it's something to do with... Oh, hang on. I don't know. Right, I'll just address that and I'll be back. Right, okay. They're not sticking perfectly. They're very hard, but they're not. So I'm going to check up on that a little bit later. But for now, I'll leave them as that. Because the next thing we've got to do is play around with these that came. Okay, so basically they go, I put them here, ignore those wobbles, take 2 of the 2.5mm 4 screws, 2.5mm, that's be these, hang on, 2.5 by 4 screws, I think that's more likely to be those. And where do we stick them? On here we stick them just there and that way. And there we go. So that is it. I thought there was going to be absolutely tons today because of the number of pictures, but again, I'm not going to criticise on having more pictures because at least that helps us get it right. And I think that, I'm not sure if I take the magazine away, that actually, you have to ignore those. I'm going to have to check into why they're very loose and yet they are very tight. So I'll probably work on that. When I can play around with maybe a couple of different screws or something, just see if it's the reason for that. Anyway, this has been episode number 73. Thank you very much for watching.